Hey y'all, I'm Skip Johnson and this is Skip's Boomerisms. Glad to have you here today. We're going to be talking a little bit today about transgenderism, also known as gender dysphoria. If you like what you see and you like what you hear, hit that thumbs up button. We always like to get likes. Hit the subscribe button. That will let you know when we've got more videos coming out. And then share it. Because what Boomerisms is all about is truth, facts, and common sense. And if you like those things, if you like the truth, you like to hear facts, and you understand common sense, this is a channel for you. And share it with others that like those things as well. So again, today we're going to be talking about transgenderism or gender dysphoria. Going to deal with three topics pretty quickly. The first one is the true gender dysphoria sufferer. And I believe it's suffering because it is a mental disorder. They've rewritten the medical books nowadays. If you look at the Mayo Clinic's page, it's all a bunch of gobbledygook, and that's too bad. Anyway, true people that suffer with gender dysphoria, they don't try and get accolades and recognition and jump around and say, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. They deal with the situation, they know who they are, and we're just going to leave it at that. I have no problem with them whatsoever. Let them alone. Then the next group are the nefarious gender dysphoria sufferers. We're going to come back to them in just a minute. That's where I'm going to spend most of my focus. And then the third one is the get on the bandwagon group. And the get on the bandwagon group are those that are like, well, if so-and-so's done this, well, then I have to do it too. And so you've got moms that see another mom whose kid wears a dress out in the backyard, and so her kid has to wear a dress, and it goes from there. And that's been a lot of the experience. And then the schools are like, well, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to tell mom and dad if you don't want us to, or we don't think we should. And the doctors are right on board going, yeah, we'll cut it off. We'll do whatever. We'll give you gender-affirming care. And mark my words, 20, 25 years down the road, maybe less than that, there are going to be an awful lot of lawsuits, and there are going to be a lot of kids that are pissed off at mom and dad. That's all I'm going to say about that one. The one that really gets me, and this is where the focus of this is going, because this is where the majority of the crap is, are the nefarious people. Leah Thomas sucked as a male swimmer in the NCAA, was ranked close to 300 in the world. That sucks. I'm 63 years old. You give me 4 months of training, I'll go out there and beat that. That's terrible. I've been a swimmer most of my life. The reason Leah did what Leah did was she needed accolades and recognition as being a great athlete. And the only way to become a great athlete was to become a girl. Leah Thomas is not a female transgender. Leah Thomas is a boy that couldn't compete with other boys and had to make a name for himself because he needed the recognition. And now that's led to a bunch of other crap where boys are wanting their accolades because they suck in the sport against other boys. Call it what it is. They suck. They're not any good at it. Or they're not where they want to be because they're not getting the recognition they think they deserve. So they become a female. And they go and compete with the girls and become the hero of the team. Well, isn't that great? You're the team captain of a bunch of girls. And you're a wannabe. It's terrible. That one drives me nuts. And now, if you look at Title IX, that's what's in question, and it's gone in front of the Supreme Court. They are literally wasting their effing time in the Supreme Court on whether or not trans girls qualify as female athletes. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely stupid. Biology says there are two genders. I don't care what you think. You can come at me with all your X, Y, QRP, whatever chromosomes. There's XX and XY, period. That's it. Boys that want to be girls so they can compete in girls' sports and look better don't have the right. If you got an outie, you stay in the outie team. If you got an innie, you stay on the innie team. It's pretty simple. We don't need the outies on the innie team. That's unfair. That's what Title IX's all about, folks. You put it in place in 1973. Don't screw it up now. Females deserve to have the ability to compete against themselves and not against men. That's not fair. Excuse me. That being said, the next section of this whole mess that really gets my goat are the sexual deviants. And the sexual deviants are they're voyeurs, and they like to go into women's locker room and show off what God didn't give them and think they're all that in a bag of donuts because they've got a mental disorder to be a voyeur. That's why they're there. They're not females. Oh, and by the way, the Medical Association, JAMA, has determined that not only can you be a transitioning male to a female, but at any point in time, you can transition back to being a male. Are you kidding? Really? This is make-believe, people. It's make-believe. I want to go show off my willy in the girls' locker room at the gym. Today I feel like a girl. I'm going to go in there and do that. There was a big to-do on TV back in December, late November, where a woman went into her gymnasium locker room to change to go work out at the gym, and there was a dude in there. And she came out and complained to management, and they kicked her out of the gym and took her membership away. Are you kidding me? Seriously kidding me? And then you get the other ones. This is it's legalized pedophilia. This has got to be the most retarded thing I have ever heard of in my life. It's legalized pedophilia, where a guy goes into a woman's locker room to look at naked women and girls. It's legalized pedophilia. Are you familiar with the old story of the Emperor's New Clothes? If you're not, let me give you a brief synopsis because I don't remember the whole story word for word. Basically, it comes down to a very, very self-absorbed emperor who could do no wrong in his eyes, and he thought he was the greatest thing next to buttered bread. And he found someone that convinced him, because that someone happened to be a make-believe person, was basically a con man, told the emperor that he could make him a suit of invisible clothing and he would look the greatest. And this con man praised the emperor to the point of almost stupidity. And the emperor bought it hook, line, and sinker. And the emperor's new clothes were invisible. And he walked through the streets of his empire, of this great town, bare-ass naked. And no one told him he wasn't wearing clothes. They all fawned on him. You look wonderful. You look spectacular. You look great. Blah, 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 blah. And that's what's happening here. No one is saying the quiet part. It's wrong. It is sexual exploitation of women. It's sick. And it should not be allowed. I'm not questioning whether or not you have gender dysphoria. That's not what I'm questioning. I'm talking about the fakers. But if you want to compete as a faker, Leah Thomas, in a sport, do it with other chicks with dicks. Play with your boys that want to be girls and do it that way. Because going against real women is not fair. Not fair at all. you took a lot of medals and a lot of accolades away from a lot of girls that worked really, really hard. And you other boys out there in the other sports that have done the same thing, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. If you're any kind of an athlete, you'd work at becoming a better one and not go on the girls' team to show what a man you really are. So let me end with this. Again, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, please. Subscribe so you don't miss anything. We got a lot of great content coming up. I'm all over the place because I'm a boomer and I'm pissed off. And the last thing is share the video. And remember this, skip, don't run.